Part of when I was transferred to the MP outfit, part of the time I would be guard in the mess hall at night, late, sometimes be from 12 till in the morning with the shift. And the prisoners, they did all the cooking and the cleaning and everything in the mess hall. And there was so many of them there. This was kind of like a transient mess hall where thoughts would come and go. So it's a big one. There's a lot of Germans working there. And there was only one MP on duty there with all these German prisoners. And I wasn't supposed to even get close to them, you know. But they wanted to come over and talk to me all the time. So I figured they were done with their work. There'd been no one around, no Americans, with just the Germans and one MP. And I wasn't particularly worried about them. They weren't going to do anything. And so they always kind of come over asking. They wanted to learn about the Americans and many things. So I sat down on top of a table and they surrounded it, you know, and they keep asking questions and, well, this American, about my experiences and all this. Well, there was an officer there, a German officer, that was in charge of them. Well, he wouldn't talk, but he stood over by himself. He'd be off by himself, but he wouldn't say anything against them talking to me. And I shouldn't have been visiting with the German prisoners, but I thought, this is a good chance for me to find out what their part of the war was. And I figured there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sympathetic to Germany or anything, because we were fighting, but that is making a difference. They were just people, and I was interested in what they had to say. And someone had been on the Russian front, and they said, "Next good, Turiskis, next good." They're like bears, he said. And so they were kind of, they said, they just come at you, oh, just keep coming and coming. He said they'd charge and charge and they couldn't stop them. He said, they're just like bears, they said. The Riskies? No, not good. They have no time for the Riskies. That's what they call them, the Riskies. So I don't know if that was a kind of a slang name with them for Russians, like we call them Krauts. They call them Riskies, and I don't know what they called us, but I know some of the things they call them. But these guys were, so that was my experience. And I only armad, I just had a 45 and pistol in my belt, and I figured you can imagine they would never, they'd be fooled if they started anything.
Oh yeah.
So that they would never try to overpower one of the guards.
The war is over.
That was some experience I got that probably wouldn't never have a chance to actually, being the war was over, and I think some of them were, even if they lost the war, were probably mighty glad it was over with.
Yeah.
Too. You never can tell. 'Cause